Hey Dame, so an uncharacteristic shooting night for you. Was it something that was just not working, or was it something they were doing that was making it difficult?
I think it's just what you said. I just didn't shoot the ball well. I think typically I would I would be playing in the fourth quarter. They built up a lead, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to get back in the game. So I didn't really get a lot of shots up. I think I might have shot 6 or 7 shots in the first half, and 4 or 5 in that third quarter. The only shots I made. But I mean, to put it short, I just didn't make shots. They did give me a lot of attention. Like they came out from the jump and they was blitzing and trapping. I wasn't really expecting that, but I didn't play a good offensive game. And once they built up a lead, and we weren't getting enough stops, it just made it harder when you got to keep playing against a team in half court. It helps when you don't have it going, and the team, you're getting stops, and then you can push it in transition, and then they don't have a chance to set up their defense, and they kind of off balance. Um, so it was just a tough night offensively and defensively for our team. But it's a long season, like we always say, and we can't let one game, losing one game cause us to lose 2 and 3. So obviously I'll watch it, and I'll move forward. It's not my first rodeo, not my first time having a bad shooting night.
Next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Dame, you all talk so much about the importance of starting off well this season. And yet, you guys had a rough preseason, now a rough opener. It's kind of assess where you guys are at and where your mind is at in particular.
Well, I mean, my head is up. I'm not down or anything like that. I think, me and you talked about it before. I'm always, ready for a challenge, and I'm never too high or too low. Like I said, it's one game. We didn't play great in the preseason, and this is not how we want to start the season. But I think we gotta be a little more assertive in correcting ourselves, and demanding more of each other. We can't just be like, all right, it's one game, then it's 2 games, and we got to just get better at it or anything like that. It's time to be better, and I think some of that is, like I said earlier, us trying a new defense, us having a short camp. We got new guys. I think we kind of figuring each other out, chemistry-wise, as far as defense and offense. So we got some challenges in front of us, and I think it's showing on the floor. And we just got to figure it out, really soon.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Damian, did you feel at any point that you could have been more aggressive looking back, or did you feel like you just took what was there based on how they were playing you?
Yeah, I feel like I should have been more aggressive. Once I realized they started to trap me, I kind of just started to accept it and make the pass ahead, to the guy that was up, and then try to make them pay by having their big extended that high. And sometimes hitting the weak side or the guy that slipped out of the screen when they was trapping. And we just wasn't having a lot of success at that. And I think I played to that for too long. Whereas, usually I might just, search a little bit more, be a little bit more forceful and not allowing them to take the ball out my hands and not just looking to make that play. And that's what I'll do going forward, but I did think that, I should have been a lot more aggressive and, kind of forcing my way in.
Thanks.
Next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
So Dame, you mentioned how they were defending you, and then you talked about the chemistry and still figuring each other out on the offensive end. What else do you point to with the struggles on that end of the floor?
The first thing, I haven't watched the game, but the first thing that I can think of, just looking back at our preseason and then coming into tonight, is teams are coming at us, in transition and off the rebound and outlet passes and guys running out, and we not being able to match up, and we cross-matched, and we just out of position sometimes because we coming off a missed shot. And, then teams break down our defense and, swing, they getting open shots. And I think for us, because we aren't getting enough stops and we aren't, getting the ball off the rim and able to push it at teams in transition, it's just making it harder in the half court. You know, you got to play against a set defense, and guys know, you know, they're guarding their men. They're in position to do, you know, whatever their defensive game plan is. It makes it a lot harder to be successful offensively against that. And they've been making shots, so, you know, they're going to defend with more energy and more confidence. And that's what we've been up against, mixed with us just not having a lot of time on the floor together, and, you know, us being, you know, a new group. So I think those things combined make it a little bit of a challenge. You know, I think it starts with us getting more stops and being able to play against a defense that's not set and locked in on trapping and blitzing and things like that.
Got time for a couple more. Next question is coming from Nick Krupke with KPTV.
Dame, outside of tonight, bigger picture, you guys being back has given a lot of people a lot of hope and joy watching Blazer basketball again. And we saw the great introductions with the healthcare workers here. What do you guys is your role just being kind of ambassadors for the city that people can tune in and have something to really look forward to at the end of the night?
I think it's important for us not to lose sight of that. You know, I think we all know that it's a sacrifice that we are, you know, possibly exposing ourselves to travel and, you know, maybe somebody being irresponsible or whatever to you know, being in contact with COVID. And that's not great for our health. But we do know what we're doing for, you know, people around the world, you know, whether people say negative things or, you know, you got the people who love the game and love our league. We're doing something positive. You know, we provide entertainment and we're allowing them to watch something that they're really passionate and care about, you know, something that gets them emotionally involved. So I think it's important for us not to lose sight of that, and just see that the world is in a tough place right now, and there's worse things going on than us losing the game. Obviously, we're involved, so we are, you know, we're going to take it a little bit harder, and we're going to, you know, be down about it a little bit. But it's important for us not to lose sight that, you know, there are much worse things going on, and, you know, we're doing something positive by being here. I think that's important for everybody across the league to remember.
Last question is coming from Eric Gunderson with the Associated Press.
Hey, Dame, you talked about making stops. Part of making stops is getting the rebound. It seemed like they had a lot of guys tonight. I mean, Gobert had 17, but they had a lot of guys. I think they had 4 other guys with at least 6 rebounds. I mean, how do you improve that area for you guys moving forward? Obviously, they're a good rebounding team.
Yeah, I mean, well, we missed a lot of shots, and, you know, we took a lot of mid-range jumpers tonight, you know, which we been trying to avoid, you know, shooting more threes and getting to the rim like they were. You know, they shot a lot of threes. So I think we missed a lot of shots. So they had a lot of opportunity for rebounds. And for them, they took a lot of threes. And usually when you take a lot of threes, the misses are long misses. And I think that's what we saw a lot of tonight. You know, they just had a lot of long misses where the ball was bouncing, and they were either going in their direction or they were faster to the ball than us. And then you had some under the rim where the big goes to block a shot or contest a shot, and their big is diving behind them. And, you know, I'm not going. The ball in the air, I'm not. Rudy Gobert's right there. I'm not getting it. So, you know, I think that's what we was up against tonight. You know, we missed a lot of shots, and, you know, they took a lot of threes, had long misses, and they got to lose balls better than us. And I think the score showed that.
All right, thanks, Dan. We'll call it there.
All right, cool.